All right, y'all, so I'm back. We up here registering people to vote. And I got my brother, man, I've known for a long time. Love this dude to death, man. He's a really good dude, right? So I say, hey, bro, you registered to vote this year? And he's like, yeah, I'm voting. I say, who you voting for? He was like, you already know. I'm like, Trump? He's like, hell no. Hell no. I'm like, bro, are you serious? So he's asking me, he said, Kev, why? Why vote for Trump? Okay, before we get into it, because I'm going to break it down to you. Why are you voting for Biden? Why?
Because what's going on now in the situation with Trump.
What Trump situation?
What's going on now? Shit just fucked up. I believe he could come in and do a better job.
You really do? What has he done? You know he's been in politics for 47 years. What has he done in 47 years? What has he done in 47 years? Like what?
I just believe he'll do better than Trump.
Did you know that Biden, in 47 years of politics, has only been a racist, said racist things about you and me, personally, as black people, and made a bill to incarcerate black people? With Bill Clinton. The crime bill. Look it up. The man just said, you ain't black unless you vote for him. Alright? He also said he didn't want his children going to school in a racial jungle. Didn't want integration. He was for segregation. Also, not only that, he also said that poor kids can be just as bright and just as intelligent as white kids.
Hey, I thought Joe Biden has the black vote all in the pocket. Listen to this guy. This guy's very interesting. 3 million views. Holy smokes. Bedros Kalinian. Thank you very much, man. Great clip.
Meaning that black, brown, red, yellow are poor. When he thinks poor, he doesn't think white at all. He's thinking about you and me. The dude ain't did nothing but hurt black people. And then his running mate, Kamala Harris, she's got a career of locking up black people.
Yeah.
A career. Now, let's move over to Trump. You asked me why I'm voting for Trump. Before Trump was the president, did not everybody love him? In their music videos, rap videos, all the magazines. He got awards from black communities in the NAACP. Yep. Everybody loved him. But then when he came to president, they said he's a racist. Why?
Why?
I'm going to tell you why. Because when he came into politics, he started what he said, drain the swamp. Mm-hmm. He started taking out all the, not just politicians, the evil, corrupt politicians.
Drain the swamp.
Fired them, took them out, made them go away, and put in his people. Spooks. Did you know that since he's been president, the economy has been better than it ever been. Unemployment at an all-time low. More jobs created than ever before. He stopped making us importer and made us an exporter. To me, that means we make more money. People talk about the wall that he wanted to build over there in Mexico. Do you know why he wanted to build the wall? And remember they said that he was racist because he said that my brothers and sisters is Mexican is murderers and rapists and stuff, right?
He's touching.
That's not what he said. If you listen to the clip.
All of the major talking points. Trump is, he's for blacks. He was for blacks before he was against blacks. It's just a great opinion. So we got 16 days left. 16 whole days left to a presidential election in the United States of America. Wow, it's supposed to be big, right? It's a big event. Big event. We pick a new leader, or we reinforce the leader that was there before. Do we believe it? Does it matter? Do we have free and fair elections? Is it a racist election? Is the day after, will the day after the election, the official time where people could cast votes, will everything change dramatically the day after? Will Trump suddenly not be so racist? Will Biden go away? Will the COVID-19 virus suddenly cure itself? Will jobs come back? I was talking to somebody in the park yesterday. Right? I was out in Washington Square Park. Sometimes you got to do that. You got to just walk around. You have to talk to people. You have to see what's in people's minds. You can do it online, but again, we're kind of we're living in an age of censorship. And I was talking to some young kid, and I said, "What's going on?" He said, "Everything is dying." I said, what do you mean? I said, he's got to listen. He said, look around you. Everything, all systems are dying, and it's happening fast. And I was like, yeah, you're right. It is. All the systems. The way I interpret it is systems are breaking down. I don't think people necessarily are dying. Now you could say to yourself, well, what does that lead to? What does it lead to? What caused it? We can argue what caused it. We could say, oh, a fake virus, a bubbled economy that popped, diminishing U.S. power abroad, causing us to become like the rest of the world, not living on the high horse. Billionaire class choking us out. Those are many of the reasons why. But what is the consequence? What will happen to us is really the question. And I proposed that to the young man who said everything is dying, and I said, I don't remember what he said. I'm making it up now. But there's two ways to go. Right? There's two possible outcomes. One is civil war. People are just fed up with each other. You see it all the time. You saw it in India, where the Indians and the Pakistanis used to be one country, and one day they woke up, and something in politics happened, and they wanted to kill each other, and they wanted to get away from each other, and they separated. Separatists, right? They became separate nations. Right? India, Pakistan. People they were living harmoniously for hundreds of years. Then all of a sudden they hated each other for reasons that we don't really know unless you're in India or you're Pakistani. You don't know. It's their shit. Just like the racial Trump shit. That's our shit. Right? People around the globe look at that, say, "Oh, yeah, Russia hacked the election." That's our shit. It doesn't add up abroad. But what could happen? So those are the two possible outcomes, right? I didn't give you the other one, right? One is because everything is dying and all systems are breaking down, is that people start killing each other. Civil fucking war. Stones, raw. I got my stones ready. I got. This is my exercise stone. You use this, right? You drill it into your leg, right? Nice heavy stone, fucking heavy stone, and it has a nice point on it. And you could use it. You could use it therapeutically to push it into parts of your body that hurt. I'm going to tell you what the other one is, right? The other possibility, there's civil war where everybody's killing each other, and there is spiritual awakening. There is enlightened society. There is social revolution, like we saw in the 60s, where people speak in their minds, right? Without hesitation. Because again, the tyranny that we're seeing in our media, in our tech, in the forms of censorship, is fueled by fear. It's fueled by the fear of the 99% that think that they have to follow orders. They have to follow these stupid rules, or else their system, the system as they know it won't. They can't sustain what they're doing anymore, right? But if enough people wake up simultaneously, and challenge the oligarchs, push back, because we have the numbers, right? If people realize the power in their numbers, the system would crumble in a second. But the strategy for the billionaire class is to keep people fighting amongst each other. That's it. It's simple. Keep them divided, right? They probably said, if you were ever a bug on the wall, in one of those discussions, one of those boardrooms, they're sitting around saying, you know what, we're online, we can censor the fucking shit out of them, right? But they're still going to go out in the street, and they're gonna talk to each other. They're gonna talk, and they're gonna go to the restaurants and talk. They're gonna go to social gatherings and church and converse with each other. We can't have that. We got to know what they're saying so we can manipulate them. We can't have that shit, right? And then one jerk off says to the other jerk off, I got an idea. I got it. Shh. Listen to this, right? Come up with a virus. Fuck it. Right? Tell them there's a virus. Tell them fucking, I don't know, it's a good idea, right? Say that we got a deadly virus, right? It's going to kill you and it's going to kill your neighbor. You better put a fucking mask on, man. Wow, that's funny, man. Oh, shit, that's a good idea, man. Billionaires sitting around the table talking. Right? Yeah, it's a good idea, right? Because then they'll be separate and they'll be afraid and they'll stop calling us the thieves, right? They'll stop pointing the finger at us and they'll be fighting amongst each other. That's a great idea, man. God damn, how come I didn't think of that shit? How come I didn't think of that? Well, fucking, yeah, pandemic. So then we'll make money because the economy will crash and then there'll be all this open real estate. And then we'll cash in, right? And I got one. I got another one. You know, it's fucking even better than this shit, right? Pandemic, make them all scared of each other, right? Let's fucking, this is what we'll do. All right, then we'll get them to wear masks. We'll say, fucking, get these idiots to wear masks, right? So they can't communicate because that's really the fucking problem. We don't want them talking to each other, because if they talk to each other, then they'll know the secret, right? We can't have that shit, man. Can't have that shit, right? Oh, I got another one. Right? So tell them, scare them with a virus, right? Okay, that shit is crazy, right? They'll fall for it, right? Because we're the media. We own everything. That's all they'll hear for a long time. And then we'll get the politicians to lock up a few people if they don't obey, right? So it's no worries, right? And you know what else? You know what else to do, man? Make them stay 6 feet apart. All right? Now imagine that shit. Fucking imagine that shit. Imagine a society of people wearing masks 6 feet apart, terrified of each other. Now that's good for business, right? Because we could sell. They just go home, and we could sell them whatever the fuck they want, right? It's a great idea. Right? So that's probably sort of the way it goes, right? That's probably what's happening right now. And so anyway, Mark's Conte reporting. Right? That's my fucking take on it. Right? So today we'll talk about China. Interesting story out of China, where they are saying that if you are an American person in China, we are going to take you hostage. And you say, "Whoa, that's severe. Why? Why would China take an American hostage? Because we took their scientists hostage and claimed that they were spies." So China's getting sick and tired of that shit. We're holding like 5 of their top scientific researchers. They were at a university checking shit out, right? And U.S. decided to lock them up, to detain them for spying, espionage. So China, we'll read the story when we get there, right? And what else is going on? What else is going on in the world? What else is going on in the world? Yeah, some shit going on here in New York, right? So there was a party, big party, right? You can't get together, right? And there was a big party, and people got arrested and fined, $25,000 fines, right? And for having 200 people dancing and smoking hookah. But yesterday I was on the train, right? I was on the bus. I was on the train and the bus, but the bus was packed. There's no fucking social distancing in New York City. That's bullshit. You could put on your dirty mask. That's not going to save you from. I don't like being in close quarters with anybody, really. Right? I don't like tight trains. I don't like tight buses. I usually wait for the next one. But right now there was down service, so you had to get on a crowded bus. They're forcing you. They with no alternative. If you want to get to where you got to go, get on the fucking bus, like crowded bus, right? But you can't go out at night and gather. You see the hypocrisy to the martial law. It's martial law sometimes when we say so. When we say so, you could get on the fucking bus, crowded bus, because you got to get to the slave job. But if you want to go out and hang out with your friends and smoke some juka and puka and do a little pokey, no. So look at that story too, right? That's what's going on in New York, man. It's fucking crazy shit, right? So good morning, everybody in the chat. Vinny DiMartini, hello. Vinny is in the house. We got Bill West, good crowd today. Terry Miller. I think we got like 3 more days of B channel, right? Whatever, man. We'll just go with it, right? Because, hey, listen, man. I read off that list. I was in the park. I wasn't in best form yesterday. I kind of apologize for that. I was just walking around Washington Square Park. I interviewed Jesus. That's a good talk. You should watch that. That guy's a very interesting dude. That's the dude that they had to pull him out of the fountain. He didn't really open up as much as I wanted him to, but he did the best he could. And he trusted me enough to do an interview. I said, listen, we're friends. We talk. We sit around. We laugh. But I know your story, and I want to hear your story. I want your story on record. And I kind of, I hope I got it. All right, and then I did another walkthrough. I wasn't really feeling it, but so I apologize for that. Got some good stuff. Got some Krishnas dancing and Krishnas. Just a little bit of rallies, stupid rallies, pink pussy hat rally. I went to Washington Square Park in the morning and there's a pink pussy hat rally. That's enough it just takes the fucking wind out of your sail, man. You're going to the park for culture and you got a bunch of fucking old pink pussy hats. So, MarcusConte.com, if ever we are lost and forgotten and you don't know where the hell I am, I will be here. I will always be here. Unless someone takes down my channel, I don't think that's possible. That's the glory of having your own domain. Now, all I got to do is get some streaming video, the ability to stream live. Well, we're using YouTube as a cheap whore right now. That's all. Fucking YouTube's a whore. They think they're in control, but they're just whores. But the other thing I had tried to say yesterday that I think that I think that if we allow someone in what I do, and other people in what I do, like people like Amazing Polly or fucking that Jordan Sather guy, if you allow yourself to get or Alex Jones, if you allow yourself to get pushed into the perimeter of social media, they like that. The oligarchs win. They win because it forces you. You're still voicing truth. You can speak your truth, right? But you're yelling down an empty hole. You're digging a big fucking hole with your own shovel, and you'll get some people to join you in the hole, but you'll never hit critical mass. You'll never hit the tipping point of what you're supposed to be doing in work like this. You're supposed to grow it so that you can influence the discourse. But if you let them drive you out, and shut you down, because they think they own the place, which they in part do. Publicly traded companies own the motherfucker, but there has to be a condition in there that you must follow the laws of the land, namely the First Amendment, freedom of speech, freedom of the press. So what I'm trying to say is I think that they win. I think the establishment wins when they force people into the perimeter of social media or internet. The internet was the great savior. The internet was supposed to be, and was for many years. I would say probably 10, maybe even 15 years, right up until about 2014, 2015, when it started to change. And led into 2016, where the social media was allowed to rock the internet and change an election. Arguably, Bernie Sanders got shut down during that, but it was very, very. What I'm trying to say is the internet was very, very powerful, and it was supposed to be a tool for people to an equalizer, where people were suddenly equal with the establishment, where someone with a camcorder, with a fucking handy cam, whatever this thing is called, right, could sit in their mother's basement like I am, right? You're sitting and you can broadcast your truth to the world. Ah, that sounds powerful. It sounds romantic, right? That was the promise, the great promise of the internet. And now what happened is that it's been opportunized. It's been commercialized. It's been hijacked. I mean, TV was at one point also a way to spread truth when it first started, probably in the 60s, 70s. And then it became what? It became a way to sell you shit. And the internet is becoming very similar. So there has to be, where do we go from here? Is there going to be, is there a way to stop big tech from censoring the shit out of us? Maybe it is. Maybe it's not an electronic revolution, that it is, in fact, We go back to the square. The young people showed us that during the Black Lives Matter rallies. How, although you may not agree with the messaging of what they were trying to say, or Antifa burning shit, breaking shit, you could agree that they had the power in the numbers. They had tens of thousands of young people coming out of nowhere, fucking chanting with fists in the air, taking over the streets, taking over entire fucking areas. Powerful. How'd they get the word out? Yeah, they used a little social media, but not the class in the classic sense. There was no broadcasting that. All it was show up, and they did. So those numbers in the street could be the revolution. So that's the question right now. If all things are dying, if all things are breaking down, I think we can pretty much agree that systems are breaking down. What is the result? Is it civil war where people just like look at each other and say fuck this and start killing each other, which is a possibility, or we've never really seen that in the U.S. Maybe during the Civil War there was that time where they actually started to kill each other. I think that's the only time. But or the other, which is an awakening, a genuine coming together. That is the question. Right? And for me, even if it's a civil war, I'll still be in the awakening part of it, because you can awaken. Civil war can awaken others. So you kind of like, it's like Sparta. You kind of walk over the dead bodies. Right? So kindly become a Patreon of this channel at marcusconte.com. If ever we're lost, just go here. Spelt the way my name is spelled, marcusconte.com. I am a .com. And you'll find all the videos here. If they're wherever they are, like this is on the B channel. And before that, these were all the A channels, right? So wherever I am, if it could be BitChute, wherever the fuck the videos end up, we're pretty much on YouTube for now. But you'll always come here and find me, find what the next move is. Tip jars, PayPal, and Patreon join is ongoing contribution. Very, very helpful. Very, very grateful if you can do that. Right? So this guy's interesting, right? This is a black dude, right? I guess. Why do I got to call him a black dude? He's some dude with an earring and a neck tattoo. And some silver chains, cool chains. But he's making the case that what Biden? What's this Biden shit? I don't know what you're talking about. Fucking yeah, I'm black. I got to vote for Biden. That's stupid. He's saying, oh no, Trump. Listen to Trump's record.
He said that the MS-13, the gang, are rapists and murderers, not Mexicans. But they twisted that to make everybody around us believe that he's a racist. Okay? Then they say, make America great again. What does he mean? When was America great? When you talk about make America great again, what he means is make America, like what I just said, an exporter again.
Right.
Have jobs again. Have people believe in the American dream again, that they want to come to this country and they know that they're going to make it. Had nothing to do with race. All right? Not only that, the man gave funding for the next 10 years. This has never been done. For historic black colleges and universities, the HBCUs. Barack Obama didn't even do that. He did prison reform, meaning which directly affects us as black people because we fill up the prisons.
The guy's armed with the facts, man. This dude is armed. He's armed with the facts.
Feel me? He said, if you're a nonviolent offender and it's just like drugs or something, you ain't kill nobody or pull a gun on nobody, you can come home, man. There's programs set in place for you to be able to come home. He did everything that he could to show by his actions that he ain't a racist and a damn good president. He did all that. Yet we still running around here, the people that only watch the news, we're saying, hell no, we vote for Biden because Biden was with Obama, or Biden did so much great, but nobody can tell you none of the great that he did.
Right.
But they can pull up every single thing that he's done to the black community. Specifically, Hillary Clinton called us super predators. Matter of fact, if the man isn't a racist, why did he speak at the KKK members' eulogy and said that he was his hero or inspiration or whatever? So why?
He's exposing Biden for the phony that he is. Trump is a regular guy. They twisted everything he says into racist. They made his hat racist. Make America Great Again hat. Like you can't make America great again. That's racist. See, not everybody's asleep. That's why you can't judge people by the color of their fucking skin, right? Yes, you white privilege. I was judged, right? I still feel that, man. I still feel dirty from that encounter with those two racist cops. Get your white privilege out of here. They're polluted. They're sick. Sick people would say something like that. Right? I'm not a racist. Come on, look at my videos. When you see me in the park, who am I with? Every fucking color, shape, and size. I'm the farthest thing from racist, and these motherfuckers are calling me racist. Right? It's sick. It's sick. Or I'm at the Black Lives Matter rallies, filming and asking simple questions and being accused of being a racist. So it's unfounded. Right? It's totally unfounded, groundless, and it makes you look stupid. Not me, but the people saying it makes you look really stupid. So I love this guy. Let's listen a little more and then we'll move on.
Why does he deserve your vote? And not the man who's actually showing you that he cares about you. The president that's done more for the hood, black community, Hispanic community, than any other president since Lincoln.
I don't know about that.
You feel me? Why would it? You know me, bro. I'm a hood nigga. You know me. So why would I be telling you that? Bill Clinton is the one that did that crime bill, but they pushed it. Exactly. He knows
He's a hood nigga.
his stuff. He know his stuff.
See, like Trump, he gonna bring the jobs back. Though.
He been bringing them back. And that's why they did this coronavirus
like
shit.
you say the export. Now we'll be the biggest export instead of China.
Exactly. He brought steel manufacturing, the automobile industry. They said that was dead. And look at us now, booming. They hit us with coronavirus. You notice that when coronavirus hit, they said everybody got to stay in the house. Nobody could go out. But yet, if you're Black Lives Matter or Antifa, you could go out and protest and burn shit down and nobody's going to say nothing. But the coronavirus is so bad. We out here standing with masks.
He's covering all the subjects, man. I dropped the link down there if you want to watch it. There it is. The link again. You can watch it on your own time, man. So let's move on. What else we got? I just wanted to bring us up to date on Thailand. Thai police now blasting pro-democracy protesters with water cannons in Bangkok. Check this out. Things getting real in Thailand. Got to keep following it because, granted, it's Bangkok is 95 degrees. They're not suffering that much. It's cold water, yeah, but it's more the power to blow you. It'll knock your fucking eyeball out. Look at this, man. They're squirting down people with all their electronic equipment, all their cameras. God damn, how much do they just cost in cameras, man? Yeah, that's very Thailand right there. People, and there's no yellow. Yellow, when you see mass yellow, that's support for the establishment. Red is the red shirts. They're the opposition. So red is in control right now. It's very, very Thai politics. Very, very interesting stuff. And this is unprecedented in the world. As I said, all systems are breaking down. These people are fucking tired of having some king, some backwoods ass king. The kingdom of Thailand is a 15-year prison sentence if you insult or hold the monarchy in poor light in public. If you say, that guy's a dick, 15 years in jail. So these people are fed up. Right? There's no masks. They're sitting. Red shirts on the move in Thailand. We will. Swati Cup. Keep watching, man. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you, Thailand. Thank you, Thailand. So what else we got? The media is now openly pushing secession as the election nears. Right? So this plays into what I was trying to say, is that you can either secession, which is we become further apart and then we start chucking bombs over the border, start killing each other. Civil war, right? draw a big line down the middle, the Mason-Dixon line, right? Well, everything south of the Mason-Dixon is Confederate, and everything above the line is North, is Northern Yankees. Same shit's going on here, right? So let's read. It's becoming increasingly clear to even mainstream media outlets that things are unlikely to return to normal after the 2020 election. I think we all agree on that. No matter who wins, it is likely the losing side will regard the winning side as having obtained its win using dirty tricks, foreign meddling, or through relentless propaganda offered up by a heavily biased and one-sided news media. Yeah, right? Right? Foreign meddling, Russia, China, relentless propaganda to separate people. Get out of my way. What else? This is a good article. And if about half the country regards the winning president as illegitimate, where does one go from there? The survey data isn't exactly calming on this issue. A report by Politico, the percentage of Americans who believe it is justified to use violence to advance political goals has quadrupled since 2017 for both Republicans and Democrats. Wow. People are 4 times more likely to use violence. I think you're seeing that all around you. You see people attacking each other in the street. That was never the case. You know, most rallies, you very, very rarely prior to this year saw people raising their hands at rallies and pushing each other and punching each other, fighting and breaking shit. That wasn't the norm. People were civil, and that shit's out the window because it doesn't work anymore. Right? If we don't like, you're not going to listen to us, so we're going to break your shit. We're going to punch your face. We're gonna throw shit at you. We're going to drop shit from windows. After all, political invective has... Invective? What does that mean? I don't like to... You know, when I was in school, I would always... If I didn't know a word, I would look it up. Invective. Insulting. Abusive. Highly critical language. Invective. Okay. After all, political... charged language has reached a fever point since Hillary Clinton declared that a sizable portion of the United States population constitutes a basket of deplorables. Ooh, remember that? Perhaps not since the 1870s and 1880s when the Catholic Southerners and Irish, all core constituents of the Democratic Party, were denounced by the Republicans as spies, traitors, and drunks. Well, at least the last part of it's true. Most of the Irish that came over here were drunks. They were always fucking drunk. Has half the country so despised the other half? So that's the strategy, right? That is the strategy. Conquer, divide, conquer. And now it's gone one step further because people are divided. They're not only divided in groups, but within the groups they're divided by masks and distance and stupid rules. And, censorship. As early as 2017, when asked of the chances of another civil war in the United States, about 1/3 of foreign policy scholars polled said it was likely. Foreign policy scholars. Those are academics. They don't know what they're talking about. They got their heads up their asses. Most academics have no idea what they're talking about. They fucking read a book. All they are is a compilation of books. They don't go out and ask people. They don't use their God fucking head, right? Not the dickhead, but the God head to go out and listen to people and find out what the fuck is going on. They don't do that. Scholars are not allowed to do that because it's not scientific. It's not academic. It has to be some jerk off before them had to write it down. And then 5 other jerk-offs had to agree that jerk-off number 1 has said something smart before you could lean on that research. It's a circle jerk, right? Most scientific research, it's a circle jerk. Perhaps then it is not shocking that we are now seeing articles, even in the mainstream publications, suggesting that maybe, just maybe, the United States can't continue in its present form. You think? It's all breaking down. Nobody knows what the fuck is going to happen. No one knows what's going to happen. People, I mean, right now, the United States isn't really self-supporting. It's being the whole economy is being influxed. What's the word? Infused with a lot of money, fake money, temporary money, money that is unsustainable. The thought is to give people a lot of money, give them stimulus, give them checks, give them double the unemployment, triple it, whatever. Just give them money. Get a lot of money circulating around, and that will stimulate the economy. But in the final analysis, it plays itself out because we don't really make anything. We don't, we could be industrial. Look, everybody, that's wishful thinking. Not everybody can do that. Most people need a job. Most people need to be told what to do. They want a job, and they want to show up at that job, and they want to be told, what's my job? What do I have to do? And they do it. And then they go home and they forget all about it. That's how most people function. You can't just say, oh, here's some money, now go out and create your own fucking thing. It's just, most people are not there. Most people are very simple. And so if you take away those simplistic jobs, those show-up jobs, just to show up and get paid, a lot of people are fucked, to the tune of probably 25 or 30% of the population, the working population, which is why we have such a high unemployment rate. It's just common sense. How many people you think the average Joe is gonna say, oh yeah, maybe I'll start a YouTube business, or I'll do some other shit. Right? They don't know what they're doing. Most people don't know what they're doing. They're not there. Right? So anyway, it's an interesting article, right? It's about talking about that the mainstream media is pushing separation. Now, is it possible that California, Oregon, and Washington State succeed away from the North? No, it ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen because it's not profitable for the country. You can't have that. You can't have a separate. In the old days, the colonial, the Civil War, it was South versus North, but here it might just be West versus Midwest East, or maybe three. You'll have the East and the West, and they're on the same sides, and everything in the middle is the succeed away from the middle and the South. Who the fuck knows, right? That it is an interesting thing that scholars are sitting around a table thinking about that shit. So, what else? Oh yeah. So here, more on researchers, dumb ass idiots, right? Brown University researcher says Trump signs, American flags scare and traumatize black people. That shit is scary, man. This shit, you see that shit, man? Shit's got fucking Trump sign. You said Trump sign. You saw that Trump sign? This shit is fucking racist. So stupid. A postdoctoral researcher at Brown University took to social media to explain that black Airbnb guests may be traumatized by Trump signs. Total bullshit. Where? Carrie Cruz Buono, a postdoctoral research associate at Brown University. Oh, how prestigious. Tweeted that vacation rental company Airbnb doesn't understand the trauma of Trump signs for black people. Okay, jerk off, explain the trauma behind the Trump sign, making America great or keeping it great. It's not racist. It's a fucking slogan. It's a selling point, you dummy. You moron. Airbnb rentals are privately owned properties listed for short-term and long-term rental on Airbnb. Airbnb, unlike hotels, does not own the properties. It is the platform that connects private owners and renters and facilities. So some stupid black, fearful black, I guess took out a room and an Airbnb, and there was a Trump sign flying, maybe a Trump flag flying out front. Oh, that's racist, man. Oh, this is racist. That's Trump. Oh, the fucking building's owned by racists, and we're black. We should be afraid. How stupid. How fearful. How utterly effective the media has been in gaslighting the black community to believe that. A lot of them believe it. Not all of them. Not everybody. Not all. So, according to Bueno, Airbnb stated that it could not do anything, which Bueno described as a, here we go, white guilt, a prime example of how white companies make a Black Lives Matter statement yet do nothing when a black person says that she doesn't feel safe. So if some gaslit black stands up and says, I don't feel safe with that Trump sign, everybody is supposed to stop what they're doing, agree with the black that doesn't know what they're doing, and support the move to censor the person swinging a Trump sign and label them as a racist. I guess that makes sense. If you've got your head 8 miles up your own fucking ass, that would make sense. That would be a sensible thing to do, right? Oh yeah, I'm offended by the sign, and can you kindly stop what you're doing, and accuse the people doing business, label the business, the people that have a house and they're using one of their rooms for an Airbnb to make money so that they can live. Can you kindly help us take down the sign and smear them as racists so they never are allowed to work again? Please, pretty please with sugar, because I'm an underprivileged black, and I'm fearful. I feel fear. I'm afraid. I need your help. Please help me. Help me label the patriotic American as a racist. I need you to help me to do that. Is what they're saying. I want to get this lighter, man. This is fucking awesome. I don't want to read this anymore. It's stupid. How much for the lighter? $13.99. That's expensive, man. Let's check this shit out, man. Yeah. Fucking electronic Trump lighter, man. I got to get one of those, man. Keep America great. 2020. It's let's see. The Trump 2020 electric lighter is easy to use. With just one click, the lighter generates sparks instantly. Our electric chargers have a built-in rechargeable lithium battery design. Oh, good. You don't have to put any gas into it. USB charger included. Wow. Fucking lighters came a long way, right? So you plug it into your computer, you charge it up. It does not require butane. You can use a USB port to charge it through a computer charger power bank. Beautiful. Suitable for use in strong wind environments. Can be used for candles, grills, camping, and smoking hookah. Wow. I got to get me one of them, man. I need to fucking get me a lighter, man. Shit. Fucking, that's a collectible, man. You know how much that'll be worth, right? If you keep it in mint condition, don't use it. Just keep it. I buy it, put it away, and in like 8 years, whip it out. I should be like gold. It's like selling gold, man. Fucking buy 100 of them, man. Buy 100 of them. Like spend your stimulus check. When you get that stimulus check, buy all Trump lighters, electronic lighters. Right? It's like gold. Right? You put it away. It's a better investment because you could easily sell those for $50. Right? Fucking shit. Unless somebody rips you off, but those are the originals. So stupid article, right? Really crazy. Right? Additionally, she says that American flags and Trump signs are not racist in any way, shape, or form. Oh, they're not. Who said that? Brown University student for Trump, students for Trump. Brown University students for Trump said something, but who always wins that argument? The psychologically damaged racist that says that calling you a racist. So we're living in insane times. I mean, you read this stuff and you can't even believe what you're reading. Like someone would actually say that publicly. Someone would actually say that I don't feel safe because of a political sign. Wow, man. The media's got, oh, look at this guy. What's this? It says, you remember giraffes? Remember we used to have giraffes on Earth? Remember when there was like wild animals in Africa? There's no more. Lions are gone. Fucking rhinos are gone. The giraffes are at the critical moment. Like there's only 100 left. Imagine that, a world without giraffes. Remember as a kid, giraffes. and wild, lions and tigers and bears. We're killing everything, man. I know. It's not us doing it. I know. It's just billions and millions of years of Earth, and all of a sudden in the last 100, everything is dying. We'd have nothing to do with that. It's not our fault. It's just from out of nowhere. We need 12 billion people on the planet. Right? We're just choking everything out. But it's not us doing it. It's circumstance. It's evolution. It's not really happening. It's not happening at all. We don't. There's plenty of giraffes. You're just not looking. So anyway, this is a good story. Check this out. Seoul 2 residents of a tiny Italian town insist on masks and social distancing. How ridiculous, right? You talk about how the reach of this thing. There's 2 people, 2 Italians. They're old. They're in their 80s. And they live in a beautiful place in Italy, beautiful mountainous area. Only 2 residents of a tiny Italian town aren't taking any chances with the coronavirus. Giovanni Calite, 82, and Giampante Nibololo, 74, have no neighbors and rarely leave the largely abandoned town of Norcesca. But they are strictly upholding the country's COVID-19 rules, insisting on wearing masks and remaining at least a meter apart at all times. Imagine that. A married couple, they stay a meter apart. There's nobody else in the town. Neither one of them are sick. And they still believe this shit. They're walking around a town of 2 with masks on, and they live together. What a crazy shit. And here's the evidence of the mindset, the MO. I'm dead scared of the virus, Carrillo told CNN. If I get sick, I'm on my own. Who can look after me? I'm old, but I want to keep living. Here, looking after my sheep, vines, beehives, and orchard, hunting truffles and mushrooms. I enjoy my life. Wow, man. They fucking see how far fucking reaching this fear thing is, man. It's crazy. That's a good story, right? So this is real. Ready for this shit? Good morning, everybody in the chat. Vinny DiMartini on the wrench. Good morning, Weevil Girl is here. Christian Lifetime. New York City, Gregory Wright is here as well. Dan did not. Jason Walsh, Sterling Price, my brother from a different mother is here as well. Respect the wrench, please. Terry Miller's here. Truth in Politics, TJ. Who else? We're all here. Me so hungry. Her pooper. George's son. We really never found out who fucking George is. George Wright. It's not George. Is that your father, man? Is this your father? Thanks everybody for joining me on this Sunday. On this beautiful Sunday here in New York. Beautiful weather. Beautiful. Oh my God. It's just so amazing outside. It's like 55 and sunny. Oh, God, it's so beautiful, man. You wait the whole year for this, and people are like, it's cold. You hear people saying, it's cold. It's cold out. What the fuck are you talking about? It was just 100 degrees out. It was 90. You couldn't walk down the block without sweating your dick off. I drinking fucking a gallon of water a day. I'm tired of that shit, man. I hate that shit. I hate that extreme fucking heat, man. I can never live in a place like that. That's one of the reasons why I didn't like lower Thailand. I was ready to live there. I taught there, but you go down south, it's always 100 degrees, and Bangkok is 90. You have to go to the mountains. You got to go the other way, north. But that heat is just relentless, man. I don't like this shit. So this is a real story, and we should all be taking note, because I think this is the main shit. It's just a story flying through our media, and nobody's really talking about it. I look at it, I say, holy shit, wow. So listen to this. China warns it will take American hostages if DOJ doesn't drop charges against researchers. China's going to take hostages. What the fuck? Beijing that's the capital of China, is threatening to take Americans in China hostage if the DOJ, that's Trump's DOJ with William Barr, doesn't drop its prosecution of several Chinese research scientists arrested on U.S. soil this year, according to a report on Saturday. Now, at face value, you would say, "Well, that's pretty bad. Oh, they got Chinese researchers, stealing our shit." But that's not the way it works. The U.S. opens up the door. If they want to go to a teaching university, they can go. Any researcher, anybody. We live in an open kind of society like that. But the allegation is that what China does is they send their smartest and brightest people in there and steal our ideas and then replicate it abroad. They take our trade secrets, they take our top secrets, and our ability to make new products and stuff and bootleg it. That's the allegation. Is it true? No. It's partially untrue. It's partially true. Yes, they are here to learn. Why? Not to learn and then give back to the U.S., but to learn and then get back on a plane to Beijing and fucking make money. That is the objective, but that's not different. That's not new. That's not a new revelation. That's been going on for 40 fucking years. Why now? Why you're taking prisoners? U.S., you're locking up fucking Chinese students and scientists? Are you out of your mind? You don't think that China's gonna China, who kills 1 million fucking people at will, chokes them out. All over China, they've done this, right? All over the place throughout history. You think that they're not gonna snap the whip on a couple of stupid Americans running around and fucking trying to speak Chinese? All of a sudden, they'll just label them spies, just like you're labeling their scientists spies. So let's read the article. Chinese government officials have repeatedly warned their U.S. counterparts that Americans in China face being detained if its demands are not met, says the Wall Street Journal. Let's see if it's true. The drastic action, dubbed hostage diplomacy, that's a good one, would be in retaliation for the arrests of at least 5 Chinese military-affiliated scholars visiting American universities to conduct research. Oh, they're military affiliated. What the fuck does that mean? They live in a communist country. Everybody is military affiliated. They all are. They all, military and government, it's all the same. Anybody who works in government here is technically considered military, affiliated with the military. See, it's bullshit. It's bullshit, and again, because China's powerful, they're not going to tolerate that shit. So the scientists were charged with visa fraud for allegedly lying to U.S. immigration authorities about their active duty status with China's People's Liberation Army. China's People's Liberation Army. I don't know what that is. It sounds like something outside of the mainstream China. Or it's just a play on words. Yeah, liberate us. We're liberating us by becoming more the same. It could be something like that. The nation first began issuing the warning over the summer after Chinese researcher scientist Jan Tang, who worked at the University of California, Davis, was questioned by the FBI and took up residence for a month in China's San Francisco consulate. So Jan Tang hid out. Right? Fuck this shit. Right? Took asylum in the Chinese. Well, it's not asylum. It's just going to your own consulate in the country. That's what it's for. And you're technically on Chinese soil, even in Manhattan, right here, where we have the consulate on the west side. Where you remember I walked around the building, and 12 security guards came out. That's technically Chinese soil, and that's what the consulates are. Right? The UN is technically not New York, but it's on the east side, the Midtown East in Manhattan. And on that soil, you're technically not in the U.S. anymore. You're on international space or whatever. So the nation first began issuing the warnings over the summer after Chinese research. Just read that. Chinese officials vowed to retaliate if she wasn't allowed to leave the consulate and return home. U.S. officials expect China to make good on that threat, but it didn't. And the FBI arrested Tang in July when she left consulate grounds. It's so stupid, man. It's just you're poking the fucking. It reminds me of like when I was a kid, right? I remember this, right? My grandfather told me we used to go crabbing. We used to catch crabs when I was a killer. I was a fisherman as a kid, right? Because grandpa said, let's go catch some crabs. And they're fucking delicious, man. You eat them. And we're on the pier, right? We're sitting on the pier, right? And you got a bunch of crabs. You got like 6 crabs in the bushel. And they're fun to play with, right? Before you eat them, they're snapping at you, right? And my grandfather told me, just, don't put your fucking hand in there, because if one of them grabs you, it's gonna grab you, right? And I did that, right? I stuck my finger in it, the fucking crab grabbed my finger, and I pulled it out, and the crab went flying back in the water. And that was worse to my grandfather. That was worse, because we just caught that crab, and you let him. He fucking bit you and got his freedom. But the point is, I'm trying to make is don't poke. That's what we're doing, man. We're poking. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. I'm talking about fucking crabs. The State Department ordered China in July to close its Houston consulate. Right, this is shutting down. This is sick. Right, this is sick shit right here. Right, China, stop it. U.S., stop doing that. Right? You're closing the universities down to researchers. I get it, but labeling them spies and detaining them is an act of war. It's an act of war, and we have to be vigilant. I mean, as Americans. Although travel is highly frowned upon in this new world order, stay at home, consume. Don't go. What are you traveling for? Spend your money at home. This business of going abroad and having a vacation is bullshit, man. We need that fucking. You spend all your. What is this shit that you save up all your money and then take a trip abroad? Billionaires, they can't have that shit. They want you to build up your profits, build up your savings, and then take a fucking vacation in your backyard. Right, and spend that money online. We need that fucking money. What is this business taking money abroad and traveling? What fucking what's all the airline shit? Walk. We'll fly. You walk. All right. So anyway, it's nerving, because someone who at one time I like to travel. I don't want to go to a place and because of the politics be prosecuted. This is for shit that I don't even know what you're talking about. They could just decide one day you could be walking the streets of Thailand and there's some political agenda that says Americans are now spies, or you're in Hong Kong, or you take a trip to China and you're walking along the Great Wall and some fucking Chinese guy comes up to you and says, "Excuse me, you'll go to jail now." Excuse me, you go to jail, right? For what? For what? Oh, you spy. We see you look. At wall. You spy. Gotta stop that shit, man. So check this shit out. Right? Fucking this communism right here in New York City. Communism. It's totalitarianism. It's martial law. New York City authorities break up 200-person party at Queens Catering Hall. Ooh, gotcha. Look at the sheriffs, man. Oh, they got their sheriff cars, and they got their ticket books, and they're gonna go out and write some tickets. Go write some ticky, right? We're gonna make some money. Gonna make some coin for the government, for the city. It's fucking crazy, right? New York City Sheriff's Office busted a party of more than 200 people who were flouting coronavirus restrictions at a Queens Catering Hall. For shame. Deputies crashed the bash at Queens Lux Banquet Hall on Rockaway Boulevard in Ozone Park at 1:35 in the morning, and said they found some 215 maskless revelers dancing, drinking, and smoking the hookah. Patrons were not social distancing, not wearing proper face coverings, and adhering to the mayoral and gubernatorial COVID-19 emergency executive order. Now, in stark contrast to this, right? Here's a party. People out. I see it all the time. There's no social distancing is not. It can't be enforced in a place like New York City. It's impossible. Fucking possible. I could show you so much. I should do video of people now sitting in the Village, elbow to elbow, and the restaurants outside are packed. New York is having a bit of a resurgence right before the cold weather kicks in, and there is no social distancing. I just want to make the point that right here, this is. Listen to the fines they got, and I'm going to show you a video. I got the video right here. Right, this is me on the subway. This is me on the bus yesterday. Look at this. You want to see social distancing? Let's check it out. So I'm on the bus. Right, I told you that part of the subway line was down. So in that scenario, what you do is you take the subway to the part where the subway is broke, and then you go upstairs and you take a bus, and it takes you the rest of the way, and then you go back down into the subway and you get back on the subway. Now the subways are not this crowded. They have not been this crowded. But you're forced. You have no other alternative but to get on the bus. And look how crowded it is. Look at this shit. Right, so I'm on the bus. I'm standing there minding my own business, and I raise the camera. Where's the social distancing? They're outraged that 200 people are out. 200 people that know each other and are dancing. And are keeping a pretty good distance from each other, or whatever, smoking hookah. But on a bus, you're jammed in with, I don't know, counting, probably 50 strangers on one bus. Jam the fuck in. They had to wear masks. Those are. I'm not. I guess I'm wearing my little sheet. So we should be outraged, right? That's evidence. I just gave you evidence. I'm a eyewitness to it. I'm a reputable reporter, and I'm on the bus, and this is what I see. This is what my camera sees for all to see. This was yesterday. All right, but let me go back here, and we find out that the venue had been hosting a hookah party meant to be capped at 45 guests. Is there more guests on this fucking bus right here? I would say there's more than 50 people on that bus, and even if not, that's bullshit. Because there are 50 people in a sardine box. But I just want to say, look at the fines, right? They issued deputies shut down illegal bar party event inside. 215 people, they had no liquor license, illegal liquor storage and sales, violation of emergency orders. 4 organizers charged with multiple criminal offenses. Wow. So this is martial law. This is, it's our way or the highway. You gather, we shut you down. We fucking close you down. We shut down your establishment. We make sure that you never, ever make a living again. Take away your liquor license, the one that you didn't have. This is martial law. This is crazy. According to the website, Queens Lux has 2 ballrooms, one with a maximum capacity of 160 and the other that can hold 250. A request to the venue for comment wasn't immediately returned Saturday. So, again, just a note, right? When the establishment says separate, you says disperse, you disperse, or we hit you, we bring every jerk-off agency, buildings, and the fire department, and the fucking sheriff, and everybody takes out their ticket books and starts writing tickets. It's a ticket blitz. They run you out of business, and they maybe lock 2 people up. Say, oh yeah, it's making it unhealthy. Why don't you lock up the fucking bus driver? Why don't you lock up the cocksuckers that stuck all of these people on the bus together? Now, if I get sick, here's my evidence. If I should get sick tomorrow, and I test positive for coronavirus, this is where I got it. Because I was. There's my lawsuit. I was pushed into the bus. I was pushed into. Look at her hands. People holding on. That's where you get turned. And look at this one. This one is touching that one. He's touching. Look, he's touching her. That's a spread. This one is leaning over that one. In his hands, there's germs. 2, 3, 4 germs. He's touching her with his germ hand. Right? Where's the outrage? It's so ridiculous, right? Oh, check this out. So this is a little video. That's really all I had today, but I think that's it. Check this out. Let's watch some little videos. So people that are interested in chemtrails, right? Or lack thereof, they don't believe them. This is my video. I was just walking around. I get a lot of pocket shots whenever I see something. But you see the chem lines, right? This is a video. It's moving. It's not a photograph. So you see the chemtrails here. Are they really chemtrails over the Verrazano Bridge, New York Harbor? Or are they just condensation trails? It's a beautiful shot, man. Beautiful. I love that part. I'm gonna miss New York, man. I'm gonna miss my hood. You know, and it's coming, man. Big moves coming. So are they chemtrails? I don't know. A lot of people would believe that. It looks like see, there's an airport right there. That would be Newark Airport. So the planes make a loop and they fly over from Jersey, or they're coming from LaGuardia heading. It looks like they're going the other way. I didn't see the planes, but so for the chemtrail people, that was your bone. Another thing, right? So I was filming. This is a funny clip, right? I didn't put this out, but I'll put it out now. So I interviewed Jesus yesterday, right, in the park. So we're sitting there. I'll just give you a little. This kid's a wonderful dude too. They're very interesting people. He's sitting there reading. He's reading Krishna books and all this stuff. So we talk spiritual stuff, right, and play guitar. But we're sitting there, and then this the mask police, or I don't know what they are, the park sergeants come over, and this happened. Hi, what's going on?
Lady over there speaks my language.
Jesus is rubbing me in the face. Stick my ass. They smell the hookah. Whatever. What's up, Sarge? Okay. You're just here to hang out. You're just hanging out. You're saying hello. I don't know why I played that, but it's just like a circus. Like so why is the woman why do we need law enforcement to come over into a party, right? Because the guy's lewd, because the guy's humping his pillow. Who cares? Who fucking cares, really, right? It's entertaining, man. It's not bothering anybody but you, right? This fucking shit is dope, man. That's crazy. So the Krishnas were out too, man. That was I like hanging out with them, man. This is one of the end of the kirtan, man. They're really getting into it. Good drumming. This is all going on in the park at the same time. People reaching for God, chanting the name of God, Hare Krishna. And the other guys, you know, like a couple of seats away, guys humping the pole. You know, New York, man, it's crazy. See, this is evidence of spiritual awakening. People coming together and dancing and singing together, as opposed to the evidence of a civil war. Like, I don't really see that. I don't know. I would like to think that I would like to think this monk from New York would like to think that we are heading towards a spiritual enlightenment, a spiritual awakening of some sort in the universe and on this crazy planet amongst humans where they're not gonna beat the shit out of each other, but awaken and say, you know what, I can live with you. I can tolerate you, and I would like to listen to you for a change. People have a hard time listening. They like to talk, but they don't listen, man. That's all people do. It's like just talk, fucking talk, don't listen. Yeah. Everybody for joining me. Feeling it, man. Everybody for joining me. Calito Mercante. So hungry. I can Vinny DiMartini on the chat. On the wrench. Vinny DiMartini and still the place.